Hey everyone, this is Larry. Welcome back to Today I Feel Like. There are a number of things that you need as a filmmaker, and sometimes I try to avoid having to use all the pieces of gear because it can become a lot sometimes. But one of them that I'm finally breaking down and realizing I can't do without is an external monitor. And so today I'm going to go ahead and unbox and try out the Andycine 4K external monitor. This is the Andycine 4K 5.5-inch daylight viewable touchscreen HDMI only camera monitor. This is the C5. So let's go ahead, unbox it, take a look at it, try it out, and here we go. All right, let's go ahead and take a quick look around this box so we can get an idea what some of the specs are, and then let's get it out and see what it looks like. And we can see right here, this is going to say the Andycine 4K 5.5-inch daylight viewable touchscreen HDMI only camera monitor. This is the model C5. On this side, we can see it says innovative user experience design, has 4K, it's going to be touch, it has 3D LUT, OCR, HDMI input and output, and DC out. On this side, just it's a little bit of branding there, and a power, it says it comes with a power kit, and the model number is C5. And on this side, again, some of the stuff, it says it has a 3D LUT, waveform, exposure, histogram, zoom in, 9 grid, false colors, vector scope, peaking filter, image flip, embedded audio, and anamorphic mode. And then there's some contact info right there for the company. On this side, nothing. On that side, same thing. On the back, nothing. So let's go ahead and get this thing opened up here. And as you can see already, just from the specs on the box, this thing is going to be pretty loaded with features here. So if you're looking for a monitor that's going to pretty much do it all for you, this is going to be a pretty good choice from what I can see already. So all right, let's see if we can get this thing out. It looks like this is going to slide out actually. So let's see if we can get this out, and we'll set that off to the side over there, and let's see if we can get this box open here. This box is nice and snug. Look at that. All right, let's get that out. There we go. And first up, we're gonna get a little baggie here that has all the paperwork that we're going to want with it. So it's gonna have a user manual in here, and it's gonna have, let's see, we're gonna have a QC card. We're gonna have a lens cleaning cloth or a screen cleaning cloth. We're gonna have what looks like some contact info and a thank you card there. And then we have the user manual, which we may actually need. So I'm gonna go ahead and set this off to the side just for the moment. And then we have the monitor, which actually comes in a nice case here. So very nice. All right, I like that. So a little bit of branding on there. We have the color scheme for the brand there. So let's go ahead and open this up, and let's see here. So it looks like there's quite a bit in here. So let's see. It looks like this is going to be the monitor here. So there it is. We have the monitor right there, and let's go ahead and we'll take this off there, and there we go. And that is a nice looking screen right there. That looks like it's going to be beautiful. It does say ultra bright right there. On the bottom side here, we can see where we have DC in and DC out. We have a 1/4 thread, so we can put this on a tripod or some sort of stand. We have a slot for an SD card. I believe that's so that you can load LUTs on there if you want to load your LUTs. On the back here, we have the spot for you to put your batteries in. I believe this is going to take like a Sony MPF style battery there. And yeah, so I'm not exactly sure what this is right here. It says loosen screw to fit on the kit. And then it says push in the cross-shaped area to adjust position of the kit. So yeah, I'm not exactly sure what this is. I may have to look that up. So all right, on the side here we have the HDMI in and HDMI out, and then we have a headphone jack there so that we can actually monitor our audio. And then on let's see, on this side again we have a 1/4 thread so that we can mount this to a tripod or a selfie stick or a light stand or whatever you want to put it on. And then I believe these are some vents right here. On the top here we have the menu button right there, or the menu dial. It does push in, and it rolls right there. So I guess you can roll it and then make your selection. This looks like a little vent. We have the power button right there to turn on, and it's going to activate the touch on here, so you can touch the screen. So, all right, set this over off to the side for just a moment, because there is plenty more in here. And let's see if we can get everything out so we can see what it is. So, all right, that looks like it's going to be everything. We're going to get a USB-A to USB-C cable there, so that's going to be nice if we need that. We are also going to get what looks like here an HDMI. Looks like an HDMI mini HDMI to full-size HDMI, which is very, very nice. So if you happen to shoot with an older Sony, or you happen to shoot with like a Canon R5 or something, you can go ahead and use this. If you shoot with something like the Sony a7S III or maybe like a GH5 or 6 or something, you'll have a full-size HDMI on your camera anyway, so you can use just a regular HDMI cable. So we also have a battery here, so let me just open that. And this is a Sony MPF style battery. As we can see, it's Andycine branded. It is going to be equivalent to a MPF 330, or well, it says, let's see, replaces the Sony MPF 330, 550, or 570 here. And yeah, the nice thing about this is, if you notice right here, there's actually a USB-C port on there so that you can plug in. So you can plug this right on in to the battery right there. And now you can plug this into a power bank or into a power brick and plug it into the wall so that you can charge this battery back up. That's very, very slick. I like that a lot. All right. And then last but certainly not least, we have the cold shoe that we can put on, this cold shoe adapter here, so that we can actually mount this onto our camera top if we want to use this camera top. So we can go ahead and put this right in here, and we just simply start to screw that in, and we can line that up there, and we'll just go ahead and make sure this is all nice and straight, or you can have it angled if that's how you roll. And then there you go. And now this part right here will mount onto our camera's hot shoe, and we can tighten that down so that we have it right on camera top, and then we can make adjustments on here. So you can see right here that there's going to be these Allen screws there, so that you can loosen these up. You can loosen this or tighten it up, and let's see if we can get that. There you go. You can loosen it or tighten it so that you can get the angle right for you, and then you can get it however it is that you need it. So I think it's actually a little bit too tight right now. I'll probably need to loosen it up a bit. So, all right, let's actually go ahead and do this. Let's go ahead and see if we put the battery in right quick. We mount that up, and let's go ahead. We can see the little light starts to turn on right there, but let's go ahead and push the power button on here and just see how this thing looks when we first boot it up here. And yeah, look at that, nice and bright. I like that a lot. The colors look really, really vibrant. And you can see it says no signal because it's not plugged into the camera, but it does give the battery indicator. It shows it looks like it's giving us the volume levels right there. But again, it shows no signal. So, but let's see if we can see right here. If we push the menu button right up top, we can see it's going to start to bring open some of the functions here, the features. We can see like waveforms, assist. So we can go ahead there. It's going to show all kinds of stuff like analyst, waveform, RGB, YUV, Y. It's going to have vector scopes there. It's going to show, let's see if we scroll down, there we go. We can see more on there, and we can turn that off and on. And let's see if we go back, we can go, there's histogram there, so we can have the histogram on. There we go, we can have that, and we can turn that off. We're gonna have, let's see if we can move this down a little bit. And let's see, we want to get this, we can actually do touch there. Also, if the dial's not working perfectly for you, you can go with touch. and that's going to show you the audio meters. You also have the assist, so you can have focus assist right there. You have zebras. And the nice thing about the focus assist, you can actually change the colors and the intensity. So you can see there's yellow, looks like purple, blue, red, green, or like maybe aqua green, a darker blue, and then like a grayish color. And you can change the intensity anywhere from 1 all the way to 8. And then we have the zebras there that you can use. You have the check field there. You have false color, and it looks like spectrum and RE there. And then we have HDR settings there. So you have HLG 2020, HLG 709, and HLG P3. We have the LUT switch right there. So you have S-Log 2, 3, Log C for, I believe that's for Canon, and then V-Log, which I think is for Panasonic. So we have LUT import so that you can import it from an SD card. So again, you can put an SD card right in there, and then you can import your LUTs on there. So there's a section for marker there, so you can have like your hashtags. You can have 3x3, 4x4, 5x3, 5x5, 6x4, and 6x6. And you can have different colors. You have camera guides there as well, 16x9, 16x10, 4x3, 1.8513. I believe there's an anamorphic, 2x351. That's another anamorphic. So there's a bunch of different anamorphics on there, different colors as well. You have safe areas that you can put in there. You have crosshairs that you can have. Let's see, there's image on there, so you can have. Let's see, you have scan mode. You have aspect ratio on there that you can put. There's zoom, anamorphic, pixel to pixel. There's image flip on there. And then there's freeze. So there's also color in there you can have. So there's brightness, backlight, contrast, saturation, sharpness, hue, color temperature. And then you have your system in there that's going to give you all kinds of stuff like user group, volume, fan speed, language, menu, firmware, and tips. And so, yeah, this thing is definitely packed in here with all kinds of great features. So yeah, this is looking pretty solid so far. All right, well, let me go ahead and actually put this on top of my camera, and let me show you why I want a monitor actually like this in the first place. Because, well, sometimes I just can't see my flip out screen. I have a flip out screen, and I can sort of make sure I'm framed up generally, but I can't always see it. And also because it is off to the side, if I find myself wanting to look at myself for some reason, then I'm over here looking off to the side. That doesn't look right. You want to look right here. And so having this just over top of the lens will at least give me a more natural eye line. So let me hook this up to the camera, and then I'll show you what it looks like. I'll show you what it looks like just with my touch screen as what I see right now, and then what my flip out screen is right now, and then what it's going to look like when I have the C5 hooked up. So I've run into a problem with this monitor trying to get it set up, and that is it's supposed to be a 4K monitor. However, I'm not able to get 4K output. We can see right now I'm in my HDMI settings, and I have the output resolution set to auto, and I'm getting no picture. Now if I go over here to 4K and output it at 4K, again I get no picture. Now if I come over here and drop it down to 1080p, it takes a second. And then all of a sudden, boom, I now have picture and I can use the monitor, but I can't actually get it to work at 4K. So now if I come up here and go back into 4K, again, I get nothing. If I come up here and go to auto, again, I get nothing. If I come down here and go back to 1080p, takes a second for it to connect, and then all of a sudden, boom, I have picture. Now, the picture looks good. The problem is, though, this is supposed to be a 4K monitor, and I don't think you should pay for a 4K monitor and you only get 1080p output. Okay, well, I do have the monitor hooked up now, and I have to say that it is super duper bright, and it is very, very vibrant and crisp. It looks really, really fantastic. I still have a problem with the fact that I can't output it. I can't output 4K to the monitor when it says it's supposed to be a 4K monitor. So I don't know what the deal is with that. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. Maybe I don't understand something. If I'm not understanding something, please don't beat me to death. Just leave me a comment in the comment section and let me know what I'm not understanding, or let me know what I'm doing wrong so I can go back in there and fix it. Because right now, as it is, not being able to output in 4K when it's supposed to be a 4K monitor is a serious disappointment, and enough for me to say that I can't really recommend it, because I think you should get what you're paying for. And if you're paying for a 4K output and you're only getting 1080p output, that's kind of a disappointment there. So I don't know. Maybe they're saying that it allows you to have 4K input instead of only 1080p input or something. I'm not really sure, but it says 4K, gives off the impression that you can have this monitor actually will display in 4K. So I don't know. I will say though, it is very, very nice that it has all these wonderful features inside, like false color and grid and my audio levels, all that stuff. And I just love the fact that I have a monitor on the top of my camera that's so much easier to see, because normally when I have just my flip out screen, my tripod from my overhead camera is blocking it. I have cables that are coming out blocking it, and generally I just can't see it. And so being able to have this monitor right on top of the camera gives me a more natural direct eye line, and it's just much easier to see. So I have to say, I do like the monitor, but I think I need to better understand what the 4K means with this C5. All right, so there you have it. That is a quick look, or not so quick look, at the Andycine C5. This is a daylight, bright, touchscreen 5.5-inch monitor. And I have to say, the screen absolutely looks fantastic. It really does. It's super duper bright. It's wonderfully crisp. So it's so incredibly sharp. It looks amazing. Now, I will tell you, this battery died really, really quickly, and this thing gets obnoxiously hot. Like, it's still hot to the touch. And the touch screen, as I was touching it, first I was like, is there something weird that feels on here? And then I realized, no, it's my finger is super hot when it touches it, because the screen is like burning up. It is really, really hot. The fan just stays on. It's constantly going. There's some issues with it, but it does look really, really good. I will say that. But I'm not sure if it's the right one for me. It does have that fan that's constantly running, just constantly. I believe you can turn it off, but even with that fan constantly running, this thing got really, really hot to the touch, like uncomfortably hot to the touch. And the battery just did not last very long at all. Just not at all. And when I put it on there, I had at least 3/4 of a charge, and it just dropped down in a very, very short period of time. So expect that you're going to need one of the larger batteries, like one of the MPF 9 series batteries, or you're going to need to plug into external power if you're going to run this monitor for an extended period of time. So just be fully aware of that so that you can be prepared and not disappointed when you're out in the field. So anyways, there you have it. I'm going to leave a link to this product down below in the video description so that you can check it out. I'm also going to leave links to my Amazon page, my social media contacts, so you can reach me elsewhere. And I hope you enjoyed seeing this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up, and please subscribe to this channel and follow me on Instagram. And I am Larry with Today I Feel Like. Thanks for coming back to see me. Come back and see me soon. And until next time, love, peace, and hair grease. Peace.